damn it.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Whoa. Oh, what?
And who
Yeah.
timed that poorly?
Yeah. Oh, I see. Welcome to back to Hiveswap, Hiveswap?
Hivesim!
Well,
Where we
Hivesim
simulate
friend.
having a...
Sim.
Yes, that's the new
Beehive.
name for it. That's the new name for when you're too cool to say Hiveswap friend sim.
Only yellow trolls.
Only yellow trolls this time.
Hive Sim friend swap.
Yes. Okay, so it seems that my theory that we're gonna get one of every blood color is not correct.
Nope, because you know why? Because we got this.
Because we sure seem to have a second brown blood already, goddamn.
Yay! Matches my wife.
All right,
Fresh.
so who wants to be the first narrator? And it can't be Ark or I.
It does not matter.
So Jay or Hannah? Jana.
Jay, do you have a burning desire?
We'll flip a coin. How about that?
I would have to go second if I could.
You can absolutely go second.
All right.
I will be the glorious narrator, but just as a precaution so that everybody knows, I may or may not have ordered a pizza
Okay.
half an hour
okay.
ago.
And we may need to trade off.
And so either or Ark or I are going to have to go in
Step out and go get that.
go get the pizza.
Okay, but until then.
But
Oh,
until
as long
that,
as it's a friend pizza.
it's
Yeah,
it is
it
a pizza
definitely.
full of friendship.
Yes.
Lovely.
Ah,
And Parson
Fritza.
will probably steal some of it.
No.
Fresh from your most recent bout of gratuitous bodily injury and touching scenes of camaraderie, you soldier on. You've had a few setbacks, made a couple silly choices. Boy, do things just keep happening.
I told you, dog.
Dog.
But let nobody say that you, the main character, nameless and totally, available for anyone to project on,
Yes.
are incapable of growth and change.
Well, there's 4 of us at the same time. It didn't know how to say 4 names at once.
And none of us are capable of growth or change.
I've got a growth.
Yeah.
I have some spare change.
You have made sure not to be caught in the wilderness near dawn again. You have made your way back to civilization. You can't wait to discover what new adventures await you. Adventures like
Death.
friendship.
Also.
Damn. All right, so
Oh,
we got
wow.
ourselves two
Oh.
good boys here. Maybe a little less than good.
We had a pair of waifus last time. Are these our new husbandus?
Is there husbandos?
Yeah, these are we got vest husband and aviator husband.
yeah. The best kind of husband.
Husband.
The best bend.
So,
Husbesto. Damn it. Okay, so who should we do first? Vicare or Vicaire or Tagora?
Well, if we do Tagora, then the pizza situation won't affect anything. So I like that idea. But I'm also down to go first if you'd rather not.
Cool boy on the right. So we've got 1 vote for Vicare.
Vickery.
I'm gonna say his name's Vicare.
Okay, that works for me too.
Yeah.
The Japanese pronunciation because I'm a weeb.
Oh.
Well, all right, we'll just start with Vicare then, since that was the 1 vote we got, and
Yay,
I
we
guess
got
it's
1
Hannah.
vote.
All right.
It's probably best for you to stop trying to predict what's going to happen to you at this point. Everything that's happened so far on this planet has been kind of chaotic. In fact, you're ready for something more familiar. You head back to the site of your abandoned spaceship. Sure, it's smashed beyond repair, but it's a little slice of home. Maybe at least 1 or 2 pieces of it are fixable. You march off in what you think is the right direction. But when you get there, you're not alone. A little guy in a hat and big goggles is standing there, gazing at your spaceship. Maybe assessing it? As you watch, he breaks off a couple gears and stuffs them in his pocket.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Hey! You clear your throat loudly.
Good galloping gravy.
Oh,
Whoa.
Jesus.
Why, I've never seen the likes of you before.
Is he Australian? I love it.
Yes. What
He is
strange
now.
wonders the heavens have rained down upon us today.
You quickly lose any indignation you were building up. He's smiling at you, and his words seem at least amicable and Australian. Maybe you got this all wrong. Maybe this is the next person you're gonna get chummy with. You cut right to the chase. No point in beating around the leaf covering. That's probably what they call it on this planet. You let this guy know you're the proprietor of the spaceship he's stripping, and you're in mighty need of he's stripping it.
That's what it's called.
Of a new stripper.
A friend, eh?
No, that's not what it said.
Bosom companion, a pal about town, eh? Eh? I've seen nary a Tolman, Dickus, or Harry, yeah, around these parts who might fit the bill.
I have no idea what he's supposed to sound like, but I feel like your accent is spot on.
Great. I'm glad.
You were kind of trying to imply that this guy could be your friend. Is it too late to say that now? You try to imply it with your eyebrows. Do a wiggly motion.
Yes.
And yeah, I believe the appropriate term is Australian.
I like it. As for me, day-to-day matters here in Alternia, Space Australia Alternia, interest me not.
Say crikey.
Crikey. For I care only about hurtling at great speeds through the boundless expanse of the cosmos. That's right, space! It is spaceflight that it consumes my every waking thought and all my ardor.
It's...
Ardor? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
Momoda.
I like weird names. It is Kaido Momoda.
Kaido.
It's Kaido. As in accordance with my duty as a future Alternian Crusader, of course. No oxygen, no wind, a total vacuum. That is the life for me, all right. Flying in space, above the atmosphere. Not within the realm of gravity's purview. Wouldn't have it any other way.
Right. You get the feeling you're missing something. This guy seems really defensive about his interest in spaceflight. Like maybe he's trying to say something totally different.
The chat's asking if the music is playing. Is it playing? On
It's
OBS?
playing, I can hear it.
Yeah, the music's
Okay.
playing. Is it not coming through?
Is it not?
I don't know. It might be quiet. I can hear it fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it loudly.
Yeah, can no one else hear the music?
Is
What
the
do you
bar
think, Chad?
dancing on OBS?
We
hear it.
can't
They
hear
don't
it.
hear it.
Don't hear it at all.
Not sure. Jay, where's the music go?
If we can bring over OBS over the game, I can take a look. Yes, definitely not dancing. Yes. Could you show me your default playback device? Just so I know which one it is. Sounds. Or sound settings, one of the two. It's a tiny window. Okay, so on that tiny window, go to playback. And then scroll down. Yep, that's fine. Love it.
So what do y'all think so far? Am I husbanding material or what?
Alright, go into the settings over here.
Say, oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, no.
No. It's like,
Audio.
oh yeah, nah.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
That. All right.
That's pretty
Definitely
good.
right.
Okay.
Alright, so take this one. 1, 2, 3,
Say,
the other direction.
Disable?
Yep, and then
wanna
take this one.
get a pint and cans?
What?
You wanna get a
And
pint
turn
and
it
cans?
into that one.
What, mate?
No, that's too great.
Apply,
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright,
I'm trying to
I see
remember
3 bars dancing, so I think we're good.
All right.
Hopefully
Cool.
You
that
guys hear
should
it
be
now?
Thank you, Jay. All right. Cool. I think we already said that.
Yeah, we already said
Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, there you go. Alright, cool.
Cool.
Whatever it is, his internal conflict clearly takes precedence over your issues. He seems like a great candidate for a friend, despite the fact that his voice sounds like it belongs over a newsreel about World War II.
Wait. Does that mean
Your accent is wrong. You
is my voice supposed to sound like this?
Yes.
Is that the voice I should be going for?
Exactly.
All right. Here we go. We have a starting point. Let's do it.
Retcon!
Yep. Retcon. I have just one query for you, sport, if I may be so bold.
Sputter.
But do you also like space flights? Do you yearn to see the moon shining above, the clouds whipping by as you chase and tease the impish western wind? And then also keep going past that up into space. Oh, we gonna get some save going on, yeah.
Tell him we love spaceflight, right?
Well, I mean, I think we should because I think that maybe he doesn't like space flight. I think maybe he doesn't like it very much. He just wants to fly it down
Maybe
here.
we say, but he seems like he really loves it, so maybe we say no.
Yeah, let's say no. So let's
Get
get the
this
wrong
one.
one. Let's do the wrong one.
So do this one?
Tried this
I
last
don't know.
time.
They might be like trying to pull the wool over our
I think
eyes.
option one, personally.
Do option 1?
Okay, let's do option 1.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're going.
Well then, we're in total agreement. Oh. What? Well then, great.
Oh.
Isn't this great? Don't you just?
Oh, shit!
Oh shit! Go back. back,
Hold
nerd.
on. How do you?
Scroll up. Well, also that. There you go. Okay. Two kindred souls traveling hand in hand into a glorious yet inevitable future of conscripted service in space. In space! Which is, as I've already made clear, a thing I most definitely and positively desire. So it seems that we have nothing more to discuss. Toodaloo.
What? What? Whoops!
See ya. I decided I'm outie.
Is that how it's supposed to work?
What?
Butter, Rudy.
I don't think that's supposed to work. No. No, I don't think it is.
Jet spot.
I think we need a load then.
No, yeah, I guess so. Let's-
It didn't
try
get us
that
this
again.
time. It
It's
didn't
true.
trick us.
Hey, oh, you're up.
Oh, right. His eyes widen. You see them sparkle?
Shwing.
I see. You're an individual with a more sophisticated palate. A real connoisseur of the buoyant arts you are.
The buoyant arts.
Someone like you could never be satisfied with the anemic affair of traveling through the inky blackness of the galaxies. I believe a jaunt to my hive is in order.
Oh, jeez.
Let's get a wiggle on.
Does he know the accent of someone from World War II?
He doesn't need to know it. That's just his voice, Jay.
All right.
Hey Jay, you want to take over for the narrator for a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a lot going on there, but you understand that he wants you to follow him.
Whoop.
The friendly guide takes you into a building where there are all sorts of the rooms. No, all the rooms seem to be balancing on spindly-looking stilts. The hive soars up into the sky.
Did he just build his hive on stilts?
We sure did.
Flooding is a problem, you know.
Eh,
He gestures to a little platform attached to a pulley system, like a rudimentary elevator. It brings you into a small, dark room.
Ah.
His house is pretty much what you would have guessed. The walls are covered in star maps and pictures of starships.
Quick, somebody translate all the Alternian, Trollian
I'm sure they
dialogue
already
on the
have.
walls.
I'm sure.
It's like Ark in the background with the helmet on his head.
Oh, I gotta see it, yeah.
Yeah. You notice that many of them have cheery slogans splashed across them, saying things like, "Explode the galaxy."
No, explore.
Explore the galaxies because you are required to fulfill your duty to society and enlist, travel, make friends, don't get cold. Your friend doesn't seem too happy as he looks around the place. You notice that many of them have cheery slogans splashed across them like explore the galaxy. Huh. So
Yes.
that thing I said before,
Yeah.
I see. And then the friend is not happy about the place.
No, he does not seem happy about the place.
Huh. You notice that the thing...
Oh,
Bullshit?
you skipped
You hear
the page
us?
there. Bullshit?
Yeah?
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Are you... What?
You skipped the page there for him. Is
What?
it just kind of it's just kind of going?
No, it was saying the same things over and over again, wasn't it?
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were just scrolling back as you couldn't hear us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize if you click on the opposite sides of the screen, it moves it forward or backward.
Oh,
That would explain a
look at
lot.
that.
All right.
Also, apparently people could hear me eating and the Discord noises despite the fact that I was muting, so I don't know what's going on with that now, why my mic sounds are still being carried over even when I mute, but that's interesting. So I'll just
were
wait
you muting on Discord and not on the stream?
I was muting on Discord.
Right. We wouldn't hear you eating, but if you mute stuff on OBS, that goes directly into the
Well,
stream.
they shouldn't have... Fucking whatever. Anyway, I'm just not going to eat for the rest of the stream.
I got
That's
you.
all.
That's
I'll
fine.
starve and die.
Alright, don't get cold!
All right. Just the high for a dedicated spacecraft enthusiast, isn't it?
You nod. You're not sure what this is leading to, but no one ever went wrong relying on non-specific and plausibly deniable argument.
Ah, who am I fooling? You've rumbled me, potential new chum. What you see before you is a collage of falsehoods. I'm nothing but an avatar of baloney.
What?
In truth, the myriad temptations, yes, and desires of space do nothing to tickle my biscuit. My
I
biscuit remains untickled.
want nothing to do with your biscuit, sir.
You're gonna have everything to do with it. The thought of participating in glorious eternal conquest gives me the screaming mimes. My interest lies in something a little lower down.
Oh
No, the biscuit!
Hi, I'm back now. What
We're
the fuck?
getting solicited!
For biscuits!
Well,
What?
you're narrator now.
Okay.
Nope,
He
nope,
reaches
Hannah's
up
back.
Oh yeah?
Jay, do you want me to take back over, or you want to keep
Please.
going?
My word's not
Okay.
correct.
He reaches up and peels back one of the posters. Behind it is another poster, this one showing a view of clouds in the night sky.
Behold, my shame! The truth is, I long to toss and turn with the grasp of Mistress Gravity's sweet fingers. To traverse the sky, can such a thing be? Imagine flying with the confines of Alternia's very atmosphere, defying the very conventions of what we all know to be true. Instead of down, up! Instead of falling, soaring. Can you imagine? Can you see it before you? Oh? Can you? Could you ever dream of the existence of such a flying machine?
Well, could.
Tell him that save buttons exist. Think so. Whoa.
Wait, which one did you choose?
Did you
Airplanes
save?
exist?
Did
Oh.
you save?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, hey, woo!
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I see.
This bullshit again.
It's doing it. It's doing the thing. Oh.
There we go.
Yay!
You've done it.
We have so
Okay.
many friend saves.
Oh man, I brought you here to show you my truth. And you treat me to mockery. An airplane? A plane that floats in the air?
Yes.
Flying machines are a serious business. I think you should leave.
Or
well,
that.
fuck.
No, well, no, I prefer
Oh.
this. This is better.
The
Sorry.
saddest elevator ride. Well, that
Why
was
did I
fast.
tell them they exist?
What did I miss?
Not a lot. He decided
Yeah, not a
that-
lot, really.
Yeah.
This one's been pretty uneventful. He's just talking a whole lot about flying.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Basically, instead of wanting to, like, travel to other planets to take over and be all space colonial, he just wants to fly in the sky.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Ah, but the future is ours to build, my strange-hued and horned comrade. What do you think? Does it excite you? Do my ideas rattle your buttons?
You can't help but notice that he's referred to you as a chum and a comrade, but friend hasn't made an appearance yet. Do synonyms count? Or is it just a tick of his speaking style? You look as earnest as you can and nod vigorously. You are almost positive that this is the thing he really wants you to express interest in.
Aha! The truth will out. You and I share this furtive passion for the indulgences of the air. A dialogue between a troll, a flying machine, and the stars. But further away from the stars than we should be in a spaceship, you know. I cannot stress enough how different of a thing this is.
You can't decide between nodding and shaking your head here, so you furrow your brow and do your best to look thoughtful. Like maybe you're contemplating the differences.
You know, I really hope that his Lucis is like a giant bird.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be
Why
good.
doesn't he just
or,
ride the bird?
or a manta ray, like that one up there.
That's a
Oh.
mole.
Or a steelix, like the one on his left. Mhm.
Wait, where's this Steelix?
It's right there. This guy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Anyway.
This fellow's demeanor towards you is definitely shading to the more temperate climate zones.
Excuse me.
However, certain physical
warming up
needs
to
are
you.
starting to assert themselves. You're still pretty banged up from your previous adventures, but right now the aching of your stomach is screaming for attention.
Sure was.
You humbly ask your friend to be
Oh
if
my
there might be
goodness.
any chance of you getting a bite to eat.
But of course! Why, if I'd known you had a rumbling in the old digestion bladder, I would have shut my yapper toot sweet. Time for a good old nosh. A yummaroony. What ho!
I really want to hear him and Jake English have a conversation.
I don't ever want to hear either of them speak. Now, how should we obtain the victuals? We could venture into the great unknown. Which is to say, out of my hive. It's unknown out there. I don't know everything. Oh, we could stay here, beholden to whatever twists and turns Lady Fate has in store for us in the nutrition block. What say you, new timer? Third option?
Wow.
Yeah, say
I
it.
mean,
Third
just
option. Third option.
based on my own preferences, I always say stay inside.
I feel that.
So I don't know if that's the right answer or the wrong answer,
All right.
but that is what I would do.
Dude, let's stay in the hive like nerds.
Okay.
You tell him any food he has in the house will be fine. Surely staying here will get you fed more quickly.
No problem at all, my fine and fervent fellow. However, I believe two kindred souls such as ourselves have more ways of communicating than mere words alone.
What?
Winky face, I think I'm grasping the meaning behind your request.
Wait.
Yes? Okay. The signal from your transmitter is pinging my cranial orb's receiver. I can see what you're truly after is food for the soul.
You definitely meant food for the body. You look for an opening where you might gently correct your new buddy, but he seems to be working himself up to say a lot more things.
The delectable nutrition of what a troll's truest being craves. The sustenance of thought, of imagination, of desire. Which means that which nourishes the self better than the finest grub noodles. Art, passion, science. You must have a hankering to see my flying machine design sketches.
Despite your troubles, you can't help but think his enthusiasm is kind of sweet. You nod weakly. You make one last attempt, indicating that food might strengthen your ability to fully appreciate his work.
No need to worry. I am fully confident in your ability to take in my glorious blueprints. You have shown yourself to be quite the sturdy noggin and a discerning ganderbolt. I would welcome your input.
Warmth blossoms in your stomach. It feels nice to hear him compliment you. You're not sure what you actually done to earn his praise, but you definitely don't want to ruin this now.
No.
Maybe seeing his designs will be fun, even on an empty stomach. Maybe it really will nourish you on a level that will help you forget about your prosaic, earthly nourishment that you thought you wanted. You tell him you're in!
Not so fast.
God damn it.
That which I am planning to reveal to you is what I keep closest to my torso pillar.
Torso pillar.
Yes,
Ugh.
don't you question me. It's not that I don't trust you, my footloose and horn-free cohort. but I think I would like to trust you a little more before vivisecting myself. And displaying my bleeding organs before your penetrating gaze.
You are really going a little too overboard on all this.
He likes the loids.
Which is a metaphor for exposing my portfolio. Might I trouble you to participate in a small trust trial? Jesus Christ.
Of course. No problem, you tell him. Your bud insists you make yourself comfortable while he gets a few supplies. After a few minutes, he returns with a fistful of fabrics in different colors.
What the fuck?
Here's what's been bouncing around the old brain box of mine, buddy-o. I'm going to tie this blindfold around your face.
Perfect.
Then I'm going to give you some instructions. And you're going to try and locate the case where I keep my treasured sketches.
What?
What?
If you can find it, it's gotta mean we trust each other deeply.
I don't think that's how trust works.
Like two wings working in unison to achieve liftoff.
That's how it works.
If that's how wings work, I'm still figuring out the principles of the matter.
God damn it.
What a romp. Are you up for it?
It's too late to turn back now. And really you don't want to. It's kind of a relief to have him tell you what you can do to earn his friendship in plain terms. Well, as plain as this guy's terms ever get. You give him a thumbs up.
Now we're on the trolley. Yes.
He quickly ties the fabric around your face. Your entire face.
The time is upon us.
I know
Time for the inaugural flight of our deepening bond. Time to nudge our fledgling companionship.
Fledging companionship.
That out of the nest and see what happens.
Your new friend starts to direct you around the room.
We're gonna walk right out the hive and fucking fall to our death, aren't we?
We're gonna die!
To the left, to the left. No, everything you on in my box to the left. Thank you. Sorry, okay, I meant your left. To the left. And now onwards to the glorious future that lies before us.
Glorious.
You smile weakly, doing your best to follow his instructions. He sounds happy, so you must be getting somewhere.
Almost to the doorway. 3 steps forward if you would be so... Wait!
Ugh, crash. You stagger backwards from the impact. You hear yourself wheeze. The shock has totally knocked your lungs out of commission. Your chest jerks in tiny contractions as you gasp for air.
Ooh.
Oh, beans.
Oh,
Yay!
that's so cute!
Ding dang, darn it.
Oh, that's really cute! There's no pain, just an intense pressure focused in the center of your face.
What?
Right around where you ran into something with your face. You pull at the blindfold and you hear footsteps, which probably means your new friend is rushing over to help.
Yeah.
He gets the blindfold untied and his face swims into your vision. He looks utterly gobsmacked.
That's what I am. Well, I'll be a horn beast grub food. Everything copacetic, new pal?
You put your hand to your face and touch something wet. Sure enough, when you pull your fingers away, they're covered in blood.
What did we hit?
Well, of all the people to see this.
Nose?
Your nose isn't gushing or anything, just setting out a couple rivulets to let you know it's having a bad day. It's not so bad. You tell your acquaintance this, but he doesn't look any less horrified.
Shivering stratocumuli! All this time I've been testing you. To see if I could place the tender gift of trust in your declawed little hands. And here you bestowed upon me the greatest trust of all.
I think what you hit was a wall. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Knowledge of your non-standard hematological attributes. I am truly honored, flabbergasted. Absolutely pushed to the brink of rationality by such a display of faith.
Aw.
Never mind the trust trial, you deserve to see my sketches.
Aw, that's nice of him.
Just wait here. Right.
I will miss our nose.
Be back in 2 shakes of a baby Bobby's hindquarters.
Bobby's.
Bobby's.
Bobby's. Bobby's.
Beast.
Oh, right. You sit down on the floor again, wiping the blood off of your face. You're not going to question the stroke of luck you've been shown. Why, if you knew bleeding was the key to his infection all along, you could have encouraged some blood from the sites of your multiple injuries. But no matter, you sniff out the last of the blood back into your nostrils, tasting the metal at the back of your throat. Hot.
Lovely.
Ah.
When your almost friend returns, he drops a big stack of papers in your lap. You page through the designs. The first few are rudimentary, mostly variations on spaceships with little notes on how do you make it not reach escape velocity, and less jet fuel? Shape could be less aerodynamic? But as you keep going, the designs get pretty interesting. One seems to rely on some big rotating sails to achieve lift. Another shows light frame body attached to 4 jointed wings.
So he's just troll Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah.
You briefly wonder what he
Vinci.
plans to make the wings out of before you see a note saying that these are dragon wings. A follow-up scribble states, flapping mechanism? How to soften rigor mortis? But hang on, you take a closer look at the machine's frame. This guy's sketch is pretty detailed. The frame doesn't seem to be made of wood or aluminum as you expected, but smaller individual shapes lashed together with some kind of cord. Maybe it's just a macabre aesthetic, but you think it looks like bones?
Oh god.
You look back at the other designs. Now that you look at it, the sails of this one have a texture that might be leather or similar.
The planes are made out of bones and skin.
The sketches themselves are picked out in a variety of colors, not dissimilar from some of the brand new blood colors you've discovered lately. Oh boy, you've been down this creepy alien road before. Using your lightest, most jocular tone, you question the bone shapes. You soften your words with a big, not freaked out smile.
What's that? Well, I'm not a construction professional, you know. Gotta make use of what's available. Only cold low-bloods and grubs, of course. Not an ounce of insurrectional spirit in this fellow over here. Fear not, unhorned one.
These wacky cultural differences, you just misunderstood. You take refuge in your old standby of nodding and smiling.
Ah,
Not
yes.
being weird.
Yep.
The old standby free base material that's just everywhere for everybody to use. Corpses.
Yeah.
It's none of your business what body parts this fellow uses or doesn't use to make his Wright brothers transformative fan works. Friends aren't for judging people's use of corpses as construction materials anyway.
You know, when you crash-landed on my planet, I had no idea what to think. Vicare, old boy, you really shot the balls now. That's what I told myself. In those words exactly. Telling an alien about your flying dreams? That's ruffled the kitty and no doubt about it. But now that we're here, you're having a looky-loo at my sketches, I'm thinking it might have been right for us to meet all along. Perhaps the work of the capricious Madame Destiny.
Surely he's about to say that you're friends. You can almost taste those sweet, friendship-affirming syllables coming from his mouth. You're just seconds away from that coveted F word. Or are you? Maybe you've misconstrued everything. You must look back down at the sketches.
Okay.
Bones in this one, bones in that one. He says these plans call for bones of aliens like him. At least you understood him correctly. But they don't really look that different from, well, the bones you're more familiar with. Your bones. Your bones, which have already gone through a lot today, and maybe seem to be in kind of harvestable condition if one was so inclined. Ick. You clear your throat. you say he's not, he's not in the market for these materials right now, is he? They're great now. Right now? Nah. This friendly guy doesn't understand your question. You're not going to push it, but you do risk a quick glance at yourself, and then back at him, and then back at yourself, just to see if he's checking out the stuff, so to speak. When you look back at him, he looks aghast. Oops.
Yeah. heavens to biscuits! Is that what you think of me? You think I'm the type to start taking people's body parts all higgledy-piggledy? As if there aren't plenty of thoughtlessly discarded rib cages to work with. If that's the kind of gent you're looking for in these parts, I'm afraid I'm not the type of aggressive heartthrob you're after.
Oh.
We can't all be the macho, bloodthirsty, romantic hero type. Ready to whip out our organ harvesting tools at a moment's notice. Yes. I thought we could be different, but now I see you're looking for something different. Did I say that right? My apologies. I thought we could be friends, but now I see you're looking for something different. Great. My apologies. I think it's best if you go elsewhere.
Oh, he's crying! You want to correct the misunderstanding, but you're not fully sure what the misunderstanding is?
Been there.
This guy doesn't seem to be any mood for friendship right now. You hang your head. Looks like this was all just a big waste of time.
Misunderstood.
Oh, wow.
Aw.
Alright. That ending came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that felt like it was going well, and then no.
And then he just sort of decided he was done talking, I guess. Alright. Well,
Well then.
I guess that leaves us with one more, probably?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Watch this one last like 3 screens.
Oh shit. Oh, it's go out, right?
Yeah, let's go out.
Mhm.
From your budding chum's words, it sounds like he himself isn't sure if there's any food in the house. Best to risk it and go outside. You tell him your decision.
Top choice, buckaroo. Foraging is how I while away most of my time, after all. There's just one small matter to trouble the old brain power. If we're venturing out into the unknown yonder, we should obtain some chow for my Lussus instead, or rather, as well. He'll be a real grumpy Gustav if he goes too long without his nosh.
You draw yourself up proudly. It's taken a lot of bizarre run-ins and harrowing close shaves, but you know all about Lucis's. You inquire about Gustav, was it?
So it's Lucis's and not Luci?
Oh, what a card you are. No, my Lucis.
It's literally just a card.
I call him the Canary.
Better be
The
a bird.
Canary.
He whips out a photo. It shows a smaller version of himself, his horns, nothing but stubs, a far too big pair of aviator
Aw.
glasses slipping off of his nose!
Aw. That's cute.
Standing behind him is a large white fowl, big
Yes!
scraggly wings folded back against his body. You want to say an emu? Whatever it is, it's definitely not a canary.
Good.
Its beak touches the top of your pal's head with something that might count as affection.
Oh.
He's not a persnickety sort. All kinds of bugs and leaves will tickle his fancy. Shall we away? Shall we greet the horizon that rushes forward to meet us with astounding grace? Shall we give ourselves over to the current of time's great river?
Sure, you tell him you can leave the house.
D-
It's getting a lot easier to pay attention to only the words this guy says that actually make sense.
yeah.
You kind of enjoy his way of speaking, though. If nothing else, it gives you the feeling that he's really excited about this food quest you're going on together. Your alien pal leads you back down through the pulley system and outside again. The trip is not so easy on your bruised ribs. The thing about walking is when you walk, your body moves.
Yes.
You've had better times, is all you're saying. You indicate as much to your companion.
Oh boy, I hear ya. Moving while attached to Alternia's surface is the worst kind of hooey. The moment when autonomous flight is invented trembles ever closer to the present. Can you hear it approach? The wail of a distant klaxon, the call to adventure. It beckons us forward through the years, a golden thread stretching ever onward to that glorious inevitability.
That's not what you meant, but his excitement cheers you up a little. Maybe you'll feel better in the future when someone invents flight on this planet. Certainly by the time either of you you'll either be further... Certainly by that time, either you'll be either further along in your healing or dead. Either way, There are too many eithers in this sentence. Thinking about that future brings a little rosy glow to your heart.
Great.
You ask your buddy what you're going next.
The world is our bivacular secreter. Or bivalvular, probably. We'll go wherever the wind calls our names.
Great.
But if it's a short-term answer you're inquiring after, there's a specific plant the canary likes to eat. It's got white petals and leaves as red as a troll's most lurid desires.
What?
Could you give a holler if your bulbs fall on something of that persuasion?
You agree to keep an eye out. You continue trudging along beside him, wincing whenever your steps jolt your injuries. Maybe a little conversation will help distract you. You ask your new friend what got him so interested in flying in the first place.
What could be better? Up there, free of worldly concerns. The wind in your face and the horizon at your back. Seeing the continents spread out below you. Finally feeling that your personal aesthetic is appropriate for the given circumstances.
You chew over this one for a minute or two. It seems like what really... and...
Sorry. Where's... There you go.
Okay.
That one.
It seems like what really makes this guy tick is travel and adventure. Or maybe that's just what you're getting from his general demeanor and pretty much everything he's said up until now.
Yeah, man.
You're nervous to bring up anything that might make him dislike you, but in the interest of bonding, you forge ahead. Aren't there, you say with apprehension, maybe like some similarities between flying and space travel? Like maybe being in a spaceship that could satisfy some of these urges?
What? There may be some superficial similarities to Trick the Common Troll. But in essence, the blood pusher and soul of each, as different as night and day. As a mountain and a ditch. A star and a mud puddle. Don't get a fellow wrong, space travel it's fine. It's fine. Well, it's the only way to satisfy our bloodthirsty and nearly immortal overlords is the thing. And I look forward to such a time when I can be of service. Yes, definitely. In the eternal millstone grind of intergalactic conquest, of course, yes. But it's missing the punch, the pizzazz, the kaboom, the earth-shattering kaboom, if you will, the trunk piece ring of it all.
Just as you'd feared. You'd stepped on it now. You're struggling for a response when out of the corner of your eye you spot a cluster of white flowers.
Hey.
Oh, hey.
Relieved, you point them out to your companion, who races over to gather them. But when he holds one up, you can see it has blue leaves, not red.
Fuck.
Your shoulders droop. Seems like all you're doing is disappointing your buddy who has been so nice to you, or at least that's what you think you've read between the lines of his confusing speaking style.
Fear not, my smooth-headed compatriot. These are all the luscious rations we sought. Not the luscious.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, they're not that. But the plant is people chow.
Oh, okay.
What I mean to say is, we can eat it. Since we are people, it's food for people, not food made of people. To be clear.
Plants are people.
He comes back with a fistful of the flowers and hands you one of the blue leaves. You're not at all sure that food is safe for your body will be safe for you. Your buddy will be safe for you as well. But at this point, you don't have much to lose. Besides, with the way your stomach is groaning, it might as well be perfectly seared steak you put in your mouth. Chewing on the leaf, you feel even more affectionate towards this guy than before.
Yay.
Love leaf.
You were worried this trip was just turning into an excuse for him to run some kind of household errand, but really, he really did find you something to eat. You are desperate to find some way to show him that you understand his interests. You want to connect with him on a deep soul level.
My soul level's like 312. I've burned a few bonfire ascetics. How about you guys?
Yeah, you've been grinding. I'm only like 280.
Yeah, it's a hard work.
Yeah, all right.
Cool.
Anything to get him to look at you with a treasured glow of friendship in his eyes. Whenever he mentions space travel, he talks about how it's something that he has to do, some kind of necessary obligation. So maybe there's a reason he's fixated on an activity that's kind of similar, but just a little different. Maybe he doesn't want to do the required thing, the space conquest, but he doesn't have it in him to rebel entirely all the way. Maybe airplane flight or whatever similar thing he's envisioning is a compromise between what he has to do and what he wants to do. A balance, like all must find, in order to live as an individual in a society that shapes one's desires from birth. You cautiously open your mouth, heart pounding. You venture to ask your pal if maybe he would rather not satisfy the demands of the bloodthirsty overlords. If maybe part of him wants to get this into flying machine and, like, leave. For real.
No. That's... Oh.
He seems taken aback. Maybe you should never have said it. What a huge mistake. You've probably pushed his friendship out of your reach for good now. Panicking, you point to the side, yelling that you see a big field of white flowers in that direction. Your potential friend leaps into action, seemingly also be glad to be given a reason not to answer this question. He races forward in the direction you indicated. In a matter of seconds, there's a yelp, and your new acquaintance vanishes. Instantly, you realize your error. You didn't look where you were pointing. While walking, you unwittingly came close to the edge of a large cliff, which your companion has now disappeared over.
No!
We killed him!
You didn't look!
You race to the side, your stomach floating with fear. This is absolutely the opposite of what you wanted. You look down in horror. Your friend now looks approximately how you felt when you first crash landed on this dark planet.
No!
He's conscious, his face frozen in shock, but one leg is twisted underneath him in a nasty way. You may not be familiar with his alien anatomy, but you're almost positive that it should not look like that.
Oh no.
You call out to him in distress. Sure, he's going to castigate you for your mistake. The strangeness of his language won't make it hurt any less to lose this guy's trust forever.
What ho? I'm down here
He's
now.
down there.
Hello, Calais! Other things that I might say, you know.
His voice floats up from the ground below, weak but somewhat jovial? Is it possible he's not angry?
Oh, joyous happening! Oh, delight for the body and spirit! Did you see? Did your being absorb what occurred before that your very visage?
Is it?
I flew!
Aw.
Soared through the air!
Aww.
Just for a moment, but it happened. An ecstasy like none I've ever known.
You hesitate. Is it really possible that he could be taking this so well? That might be your big fuck up was a step in the right direction after all. It's definitely a little worrying to hear him celebrate a dangerous fall, but none of that matters if you can secure his friendship at last.
My strange associate. Come on down here. We will celebrate in grand fashion this eve. Also, could you possibly help me up? I need a little help.
All of my bones are broken.
All of them. How did you know? How did you know that a brief sojourn through unfettered air would bring me such joy?
I mean, if you wanted me to just push you down, you could have just said so.
I did. You're a fine fellow. Very fine. And truly, a truly superb friend.
Yay!
Your heart lifts with joy. He said it.
He said the thing.
Of course, you now have to find some way to climb down a cliff with your messed up ribs, not mentioning figuring out how to transport someone with a broken leg back to the house. You're not really sure if that's possible or when the adrenaline that's got you this far will give out and force you to succumb to your own pain. But with a night full of difficulties ahead of you, you couldn't ask for a better balm than knowing you'll face them hand in hand with your friend.
Yay.
Assuming he didn't hurt his hands as well. No matter. You did it!
Yay!
Yeah!
Victory!
Victory! Oh, great.
Oh no!
Yay.
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
My leg goes
they
this
have
way
the
now.
Healy.
Man, was I a weirdo or what?
Yeah, he's definitely one of the weirdest like brown-blooded trolls that I'm aware of. So
Well, it's probably one of the weirdest troll. Well, no, there's some pretty weird trolls.
yeah, there's some
God,
really
The
fucking weird trolls out there.
painter, the
Yeah.
torture streamer,
I mean,
the
yeah,
other.
no, that guy was actually pretty much on the lowest end. He was.
No,
he
no, no,
was-
not him. Spider lady, or tick lady.
Oh yeah, they're pretty normal. They're pretty normal for trolls though.
Oh.
Well, I guess we got a teal guy now, huh?
Yep.
Yep. You
Blah,
you ready to be
blah, blah,
Husbandu 2?
I
Husbandu 2.0?
am. Jay, are you ready to
Yes, I am prepared with the words that I'm going to get wrong.
Good luck, boys.
Yeah! You wander down a street that in a not too demolished looking part of town, but you don't really take too much of it in. You're not looking for where you're going. This is an elementary mistake, especially on a planet where everything that exists to be on a spectrum of engineered specifically for murder, could be a weapon in a pinch, but you've got a lot on your mind, you know, it's fine. And now, as the car, these guys probably have some ridiculous word for it, but you haven't learned it, you hadn't noticed slams into you, sending
God.
flipping head over feet, and a few new concerns to your list. Your bones and organs.
Oh my god.
The sound of the driver yelling, "Watch where you are going, lumsquat chugger," and fades as they drive away. You assess your situation.
So, game start, get fucking hit by a car. All right, let's go.
Great.
Yes. You stretch each limb in term, which you gotta say doesn't feel great. You've landed in a bush which is covered in sharp spines. Yeah. Your arms and legs all still work though, and when you do an experimental cough, no blood comes out. Pretty lucky, you think, honestly.
Great.
You may have redefined what luck means by this point in your journey, but you'll take what you can get. You don't figure that luck will extend to this driver turning around to help you out of this bush. Your gaze meeting and sparking an intimate and intense connection that leads into a beautiful, lifelong friendship. But you let yourself hope. After a few minutes of struggle, the answer to your camaraderie daydreams come into focus above you. A figure outlined by spiny leaves of your plant prison and the glow of the moons. The troll you see isn't the driver of the car, but you don't care. Your heart is beating wildly with your continued lucky streak.
Hey,
Whoa, what the hell's that up there?
that's a good question. Not sure what that is.
Fuck.
Someone translate it!
Oh,
Oh.
what?
Well, we just got charged something, but hold on. Can I go back? Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, you seem to have fallen victim to a collide and scamper with the scuttlebuggy back there.
Oh, this accent again.
Have you contacted your personal legislacerator? If not, I'd like to offer my services. My name is Tagora Gorjak, but please call me Gorgor. I'm here for you, for a nominal fee, of course.
He pulls a business card from his sleeve teal vest. Oh, his sleek teal vest, and offers it to you. Offers it to you with a precise flick of the wrist. His claw beds are perfect. What the heck's a claw bed?
Nail
You
bed.
try again to sit up, buoyed by this
Buoyed.
offer for assistance.
Or buoyed.
Buoyed? Oh.
Buoyed.
He's some type of doctor, maybe? Or a lawyer? It doesn't matter, really, because he said he was here for you! These words go right ahead and burn themselves into the softest chamber of your heart. You start telling him your plight thus far, reaching up to the brambles towards this beacon of hope. This guy seems trustworthy, and that's not just your lack of options talking, you swear. As you shift, the moonlight shines on you. He steps back briefly, dropping the card. One eye that's not covered by a swoop of product-infused hair opens wide. He recovers, smoothing his hands down his chest and straightening up, clearing his throat as you continue to explain.
You're what? Oh, yes, an alien. I knew that. I've done work with aliens before, so your situation shouldn't be an issue at all. Everyone deserves an equal opportunity to be represented by me. In fact, we may be able to use this in our favor for a larger cash settlement. That all depends on our angle. Here, try moving your chug column.
You aren't sure why this is necessary, but you wiggle your torso, hoping that's right. You've never wanted anything more than your meager existence and to follow the specific directive perfectly.
No, not that.
Damn it. Alright, you add a little hip jiggle. Not so much that he might think it's a come on, but enough to say, hey, I'm friendly and I know what the fuck I'm doing.
No, you're... that thing that holds up your think pan. Work with me.
You continue to hope, what you hope is a part of a troll friendship ritual, shimmying varying parts of your anatomy deeper into the bush until you get to your neck, and he clasps his hands together.
There we go. That one hurt, didn't it? Definitely a case of column snap, which can get us a decently hefty restitution.
Oh, your neck feels fine, or doesn't hurt any more than the rest of you, but you give him what you hope is a convincingly painful nod of agreement.
Also, yeah, I think Dragoni pointed out, apparently we're getting charged by Dialogue Box.
Of course, you will need to front the initial legislation costs. We may also have to injure you further to ensure our case is convincing. But you've got to break a few cluck beast embryos to make a grublet, as you well know. Yes, I think we may make a mutually beneficial team if you're willing to do what it takes to bring about the justice you deserve. So, what do you say? How would you like to help me help you?
He's talking really fast, and you're not exactly sure what to think of about your lack of funds or the idea of breaking any more bones, but that smile is sharp and shiny and pointed right at you. You want more of it.
Uh,
it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Hey, are we gonna
I'm
pro
pretty
disguise
sure that-
Bono?
I'm pretty sure that the thing that's gonna progress us is telling him you have money. So I say
Tell him
ask
about
if he
the
does
heaps
pro
of
bono.
money. So we four doing the pro bono?
Yeah.
I think so.
You thank him profusely for his offer to help and explain that while your situation hasn't exactly left you very rich, you'll pay him back in glorious friendship, the most infinite of resources. You lay it on thick. He seems like a guy who can appreciate a good deal when he sees one, and you can't imagine a better deal than this. You reach both arms up, waiting for him to scoop you up out of this pain plant like the gentle baby that you are.
Sorry, I don't do charity.
What's that?
Such a shame, too. I was hoping working with an alien might make for a more interesting day than usual.
Wow.
He turns on his heel and walks away.
You're not worth it.
No, his high ponytail swishing behind him.
He's a fashion icon.
Wow.
Friendship is not a currency. Well,
Wow.
all right then. Let's tell them that we have a lot of money instead of no money.
Great money. You mentioned how incredibly loaded you are, and how core to your sense of values it is to pay well for good work.
That's what we call good business. Now get up out of that prickle frond and let's get you presentable.
He watches you flail a few times before he sighs, unbuttons his sleeves, and rolls them up to his elbows. Yes, that. Each fold of is crisp and even. It takes a while, but you are good at being patient.
There's a 12% cost increase for instances of manual labor, and it'll be all explained in your bill. It's itemized. I'm sure an alien of means such as yourself will be able to handle it.
You take his hand and he pulls you up and out of the bush. It's kind of a rough job. He's not as strong as he looks, you guess. He glares at you like he's daring you to say shit about it. And you're a quick learner. He cuts you off mid-thank you. Thank.
My office isn't far from here. We can go there to get things started. And by things, I absolutely mean get you clean and sign a lot of vaguely worded yet stringently binding documents.
He walks with a purpose. You shake off the flora stuck to your various body parts and do your best to catch up. From the outside, his office basically just seems like his hive. You've learned a thing or two during this shitstorm of a cultural exchange, though. You've got to play it cool when a potential friend invites you home. You never know what cages or monsters or methods of evisceration they might have laying around, and you want to prepare a nice, chill look on your face for whatever carnage you are about to be confronted by.
Is it a ferret or a weasel? It's a weasel.
It's a weasel.
I like it. I like his place, actually. It's cool.
It doesn't work. Your face falls to bewilderment, into a bewildered hell when you walk inside. Because it's all chrome and glass and broad. White walls in there. It's like he thought the fanciest looking crate and barrel display room he could find, down to the last useless minimalist accessory, and then never sat down on it. His Lussus, a ferret, is chilling in an enormous silvery thing that's halfway between a throne and a play tower. Everything is clean and bright and at perfect right angles, and you don't see any weapons anywhere. Yes, it's fucking creepy. You ask him if he just moved in, because polite conversation seems like maybe the best thing you can do. In the absence of something specific to focus your fear on, you're just sort of a little afraid of everything.
You're not paying me to learn my life story, unless you'd like to. In that case, no. I've lived here most of my life. I'll go ahead and add that to your bill.
God damn it. Wow.
You stare at one of the chairs. Should you sit in it?
By all means, do not make yourself at home. Head straight to my illusion trap where I'll prepare your contract.
You really want to connect with this guy, and you like how you just vibed there, where you were thinking about sitting on your bedraggled ass. Bedraggled ass in his fancy chair, and he could totally tell you were thinking of it. But you don't want to be friends badly enough to walk straight into something that has the word trap right there in its name without at least pondering it for a second. You've become savvier during all this.
Oh, this time it's fine. This time it's fine.
Take a goddamn bath.
Save, I guess.
Well, yes.
What do you think?
But
What do you
then
think?
what?
Jay, I want you to pick this time, because you haven't done any picking. You pick.
Let us be clean!
Great.
You are more than a little concerned about the trap part of the instructions you just received, but hey, at least a trap you know about is better than one you don't. And with everything else you can see so freakishly pristine, he has to be hiding some evil somewhere. You wonder if it's in a dungeon. A dungeon would be cool.
Oh.
Fair. Bounds on special, then jerks his head for you to follow
I love it.
You,
I love
oh
it.
yeah?
I love it. Sorry, keep going.
You do, because it seems like a regular thing to do. And Tagora is busy on his computer. It leads you into a bathroom and then immediately peeps on the floor. If anyone remembers that parsnip story.
Yes.
Anyway, which you just as fancy, as clean as everything else you've seen.
That mirror though in the bathroom. Okay.
It's bountiful.
What's wrong with it?
It's positioned directly in front of the tub.
Yep.
Oh.
Never
It's
mind.
a sex tub.
Ah!
The Lussus chitters at you for a second, squirms its big noodle body around, and leaves, shutting the door behind it.
It's so cute.
You wait a second till it's probably gone before you test the handle. It's unlocked. Meh. You wonder at what point, what the point or, motive might be for leading you into this room until you turn and see yourself in the mirror. That is some haggard-looking stuff right there. So, fair. Oh.
Yes.
Jay? Jay?
You.
Uh-oh.
You?
We lost Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I back?
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
you're
back.
back.
I bumped my microphone.
That's
You're
good job.
flying by the seat of your pants, but you guess maybe you're supposed to take a bath? If not, and he gets pissed. Oh, if not, and he gets pissed and unleashes the ferret on you, at least you'll meet your maker nice and clean. On behalf... Oh, no. You half expect some indiscernible goo or blood or something to come out of the faucet in some weird lumpy tub. But thankfully, it's just water!
Really?
I'm honestly a little surprised.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't even know they had water.
I thought that maybe they would just use soap or for goddamn all liquids.
I mean,
What
they
did you call it
obviously
last time?
So-
have
Juicy?
the
Soaper.
soaper slime. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they have water because the higher bloods live in it.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
That
you're
does-
right.
That does make sense.
You're right.
Yeah.
Once you're in, you take a look at the truly inordinate amount of bath products you have at your fingertips. There are 3 shelves of little bottles and soaps and unidentifiable lathersome accessories by the tub alone. There's even more by the mirror.
Lather.
Jay, is this how you feel when you come over and you look at our bathroom and it's just full of all my crap?
Our bathroom is not fancy.
Admittedly,
No,
yes.
no. Our bathroom is not fancy. It's just full of my crap.
It is much more fancy than mine, which is about a quarter the size of yours.
That's impossible.
That is
That's vaguely
impossible.
impossible. Yeah.
When I sit on my toilet, my feet are in my shower. I'll get you a picture at some point.
Yes, Jay, please. I
Jay,
wanted
did you
nothing more.
notice my bathroom?
No, my
you
bathroom
are a
is.
bathroom disser. I have a beautiful bathroom. It's dyed purple right now.
Our bathroom
Okay,
sucks.
our
still
bathrooms
purple!
are about the
It's still
same
purple.
size, but if my bathroom were a quarter of the size, you would literally, it would be a closet. It wouldn't even be a bathroom anymore. You'd open it up and there would just be a toilet in a tiny
That's
little
why it's
walled off
called
square.
a wash closet. Duh.
It's not a wash closet, it's a bathroom!
Anyway, the labels are all gibberish, of course, but you sniff a few until you find something flowery and go to town. You
Also,
take more
what Jay
time.
does in our bathroom when he comes and visits.
I don't sniff any of your bottles.
I bet you do.
I don't, though.
I bet you do, though.
Like a
I don't
bottle
even
sniffer.
want to know what
Yeah.
they smell
You
like.
sniff bottle. You're a
I
bottle.
don't sniff any
You
bottles.
sniff
I don't even want to
bottle.
know what your shampoo smells like.
Keep it
You
rolling.
take more time than you should in there.
What?
But you have. But you shouldn't, or you haven't experienced a moment of luxurious solitude in a bit. Full-time friendship searching can be difficult work. It's good to recharge. Once you've freshly scrubbed and dried, you slather yourself head to toe in some lotion you find to be an iridescent vial.
Stop using my lotion.
So, not only did we take the time to bathe ourselves, but now we're oiling up.
Getting ready for whatever comes next.
You hope he won't mind you using it. He wants you to be presentable. This stuff is sparkly.
Oh my god. We just put a fucking body glitter.
Maybe. You've started to feel rejuvenated as hell, ready to knock this friendship stuff right out of the park. You leave your dirty old clothes on the floor, wrap yourself in one of the many satin robes folded on a shelf, and head back out to find Jagora. He's standing in his foyer, right?
Yeah, foyer.
Yeah, sure.
Waiting with the contract he tied up for you. When he sees you, his eyebrow ticks up.
Yeah, so we've got the 763. Are you wearing my robe?
Yes.
I see you went with the Rainbow Drinker Serum, full body application. Bold choice. I mean, it's an incredibly rare and expensive product, and I do expect to be remunerated, but I won't lie. It works.
No. Oh God.
Yeah, sure, that stuff. You don't want to let on that you don't know what it is, since he seems impressed. Instead, you give his ego a little stroke and tell him you hadn't seen such a scrumptious array. Yes. Sumptuous array of self-care accoutrements in so long that you couldn't help yourself. God damn these
Not
words.
everyone. Not everyone takes skincare as seriously as they should. I assumed you were taking forever in that because you'd gotten lost or didn't know how to use the ablution trap. I hadn't considered the possibility that you were just doing your regimen. Noted.
A rebate for impeccable skincare.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
You hold your arms out to admire the well-hydrated sheen you have going on. This time, you're not really even bullshitting. It just does actually look pretty good.
Great.
Tagara seems like he's struggling. He's opening his mouth to say something and then changing his mind. He's clutching the document in his hand like a flotation device. Looks down at them and then back at you.
I typically only use that particular product to highlight my cheek blades, but there's no real reason you shouldn't apply it more liberally, especially if cost isn't an issue. It's a little drastic for my personal style, but there's a certain unorthodox glamour to it.
The next bit looks like it hurts him a little bit to get out.
Do you? Would you like to step outside to see the full effect?
You bet your ass he would. You're curious about what he means by effect. And this seems like more fun than singing stuff.
Oh no.
Signing stuff.
Signing stuff.
It was rainbow drinker lotion. It's probably gonna make us fucking glow.
Yeah, probably a little.
Is that bad?
Well, no, but if we put it all over our body, we're probably gonna look like a fucking light bulb.
It'd be beautiful.
It's gonna be great.
He places the documents down on his desk like they're made of glass, not paper. He looks up at his Lessus, who just sorts of tilts his head to the side. You look away and give him privacy to do so, or do whatever eyeball communication is going on. After a bit, Segura clears his throat and heads towards the door. You don't comment on the bluish flush.
He likes
Oh.
you. He likes you.
Don't know what you're talking about.
He's charging you $1,700.
Don't like
$17,000.
Yeah, but he's nice.
You don't comment on the bluish flush in his cheeks. For all the shifts in his demeanor, he seems like he might kick you out on your ass if you try to get too feelingsy with him. Oh, you
Yep.
start to glow as soon as you step back
Yep.
out into the dark front yard. Not in a light bulb
Oh.
kind of way, but a subtle ethereal luminance. What is this stuff?
Ethereal luminescence.
That is something.
Now that is a look. I mean, there's still the unfortunate issue of your hornlessness and overall aberrance, and the fact that you're still wearing my ablution robe.
Evolution rope rental fairy.
But it's cutting edge, I'll give you that. You look almost like a real one.
You don't know what that means, but you want to roll around eternally in the praise part. You ask if your look will help the case.
Your right. Your case, of course.
He bites his lip and looks back to the window at the paper sitting in the desk where he left them. You hope he still wants to represent you, or at least he'd want to hang out even if he wasn't going to.
You hope that he'll still be your lawyer, or at least your friend.
Yeah.
You don't get a chance to prod, though, because right then someone rounds the corner on the sidewalk in front of his hive. Tagora's face suddenly just bulges. Alright, and then it face immediately shudders into its usual simpering mask. There's an edge of panic around his eye, though. Nah. Why, Gorjak, what do we have here? It's a blue-themed troll, which, if you remember right, means he's a fancier guy than Tagora. He's grinning like a troll Christmas. Oh, like troll Christmas came early. You can feel Tagora vibrating out of his skin next to you. Who even is this guy? When he gets close enough to get a good look at him, he jumps and screeches, "What the blood's boiling fuck!"
Bulge.
Bulge boiling.
That too. Tagora is frozen, the corner of his mouth pulled back to show his teeth. The new guy is ignoring him in favor of noticing that you're dressed in Tagora's monogrammed leisure wear. If his look of fascinated horror is anything to go by.
Don't mind us. We're just parading our new boyfriend around in our robe and lotion in the middle of what is the equivalent of Trollian Day.
Yes.
You don't really know what makes you do it. You should wait for Tagora to get himself together and do the talking. But you're riding the high of him almost seeming like he's enjoying your company.
Aw.
Plus, nothing boasts confidence like looking like a beautiful, spooky angel. So you toss your head, put on your best fancy guy voice, and say, "What? Never seen a real one before?"
Oh my god!
You're placing all of your chips on this guy, knowing something you don't. But when his eyes get huge and he starts stumbling over himself to back away down the sidewalk, you know it's paid off!
Oh, great.
Tagora blinks and jumps right into it, picking up directly where you left off.
Surely someone as well informed as yourself knows a rainbow drinker when he sees one.
The blue guy doesn't respond with anything more coherent than a string of yelps as he hightails it back the way he came.
Cool. Why would they be afraid of a rainbow drinker?
Because
What
they
is a
drink
rainbow
troll
drinker?
blood. They're
Oh.
vampires.
Oh, are they actually as afraid of them as a human would be a vampire?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I
I don't know. I never assumed that.
Yeah, I never assumed that either. I usually just sort of assumed it was like, hey, can I drink a little bit of your blood? Fine. Yeah.
Well, I obviously don't want to talk about it for spoilery reasons, but I mean, I would imagine that if somebody was like, yeah, my regular meal is your blood, I would probably just be like, okay, fucking bye.
I mean, it wouldn't be one of my opening conversations.
It would be for me.
Of course it would be. Let's see. When
What's
he
that
is
supposed to
gone... Yeah, I don't know. When he's gone, you turn to Tagora and ask him super casually about what a rainbow drinker is. He stares at you in stunned silence.
Are you telling me you didn't know?
You nod.
And that you ran with it anyway, exploiting the fear you picked up on the tide of a delicate encounter to your favor.
You shrug. You guess so. You tell Tagora you hope his friend wasn't too freaked out.
Friend.
No, I hate that guy.
I think I've decided I like Tagora.
I
There are
love it.
simply times when being liked by your betters is helpful. Though technically fearing me is just as good. Better, maybe.
Ooh.
So you know.
Thank you.
Yay! Oh, sorry.
Huh. Tagora's not this soft. Doesn't sound like what you expected to hear. He's happy because of something you did. You can't help it. You start laughing too.
That was a bit of a rush, wasn't it? It
No!
was almost fun. I certainly didn't see it coming anyway. I underestimated you.
We conned a guy together. That's great.
It's a con bond.
Yeah. You still up, buddy?
Oh, sorry. He gives you an appraising look and takes in a deep breath. You're so nervous all of a sudden. You feel unbalanced in the precipice of what he might be about to say.
From one
Prevaricator. Okay.
From one prevaricator to another, I will let you in on something. I haven't actually encountered an alien before.
Surcharge for truth reveal.
Yeah. Oh, sweet relief. You tell him his act was airtight. And as long as everyone's doing the truth thing, you admit that you lied too. You aren't actually rich.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's clear now. You have the invaluable ability to fake it, though. That's potentially much better.
Oh, that's okay. That's good. This is good.
I like Tagora. Tagora is very willing to come up with reasons for us to be terrible at everything.
I love it.
It's great.
Why don't we put your case on hold for the time being? A little sabbatical. You wouldn't have enjoyed the outcome of our legal system anyway. Preemptive Istro held suit. We can find an alternate means of you working off your debt.
Yeah.
I think we may make a better team than I previously anticipated. With our wits combined, we could tackle bigger and better things than traffic injuries.
He flexes his hand at his side, and in one swift and decisive movement, he extends it out to you. On his face is something close to an honest something. To God, real ass smile.
I've never actually formed a legitimate partnership of any sort before, but I believe that is how it's done. What do you say?
The glow in your heart shines brighter than any expensive and still kind of mysterious lotion. You take his hand in your firm, no-nonsense grasp of pure, inexuberable joy and shake it.
Sure. Inexuberable.
Inexcitable.
And
hey, wait,
just
wait.
go ahead and you can just sign it right here for me, and we'll be friends forever.
Oh my god, look how shiny you are.
Yeah.
Did you guys just become business partners?
Yeah, I was gonna say, now we're technically legal partners, Jay.
Dude,
Oh.
that sounds like
Yay!
fun. I would totally go into. I would make a partnership with Tagora. That sounds fun.
I love him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, okay, it's probably just me being me, but, yeah, I think Tagora's been my favorite, troll in Friend Sim so far.
I really, really like Tagore. I'm glad that you voiced him also. I think it worked out really well.
Yeah, that was good.
I like Tagora. I like Skilla. I like Demecia. Sarava was pretty cool. And the Ardata from the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ardata, Sarava, and Tagora have been my favorites so far.
Which one is my wife?
Skilla.
Skella.
Skilla!
My wife.
My wife!
Was that all the paths? Was that all the
No,
paths?
we got,
I
one
see.
more.
Oh, now we have to
Okay.
fuck it? Alright, here we go.
Yep.
What? No, don't fuck it.
Fuck it.
No
Oh,
entrapment,
we're
please.
so shiny. You tell him you'd rather stay away from any and all traps, if that's all right. You mentioned that that you think that's a better move for both of you. Something tells you that this guy wants to know what's in it for him. Probably all the times he did inexplicably, or no, he said explicitly. That thing right there. You do have that vibe going after all. He taps a claw on his chin. That's not a that's a finger. That's just a.
Trolls call, fingers claws. Just get used to it.
I understand. He takes his time. You try not to blush, no matter how exacting his gaze is.
You present a solid case. Your whole look is more than a bit repellent, but it may make the pitiable Australian angle more emotionally effective if you still look like you just got run over. Frown.
Smile.
No, you can't say that. That's my thing. Stop.
Sorry. I didn't. Let me just sign the
It's okay,
apology.
just read your goddamn line.
Okay, fine. It takes you a second to realize he didn't say his physical emotive response instead of doing it with his face. He's giving you a direction. You stick out your lower lip and try to look as pathetic as possible.
Yes, this is really working for me. It's awful. Completely repugnant. Your general squalor should function as a simple manipulation tactic, no matter which direction I decide to spin it.
The praise makes it hard to keep frowning, but you do your best to keep it up. You even hunch over a bit and shamble a few meager steps towards him. Me.
Yes, please tell me more about how disgusting I am.
Let me die.
Me.
Great. Yes.
Me.
That's enough. No need to come any closer.
Me.
Seriously, you smell terrible. Okay then, we'll skip the hygiene and get straight to the best part. Bureaucracy. Stay right there and don't get any of your crusty alien orifice near my decor. I'll go print out our contract and we can move on.
You
Reimbursement for
pretend-
ink. Re-ink bursement.
No, we've had enough of ink. You pretend you're a statue while he types things, then prints the typed things, then staples the printed things. Yes. His ferret Lucis stares at you with beady interest. You step back, completely motionless. You wonder how often Gorgor has friends over.
Oh, good, you said it. You remembered. Good.
He brings the packet over to you and hands you a pen.
Read this or don't. Sign it either way. It's a standard legislacerator agreement, tweaked a bit to accommodate your particular situation. You know you agree to submit your testimony to be judged and will accept the subjectively to receive. You recognize any potential winnings and are remitted to me and processing through a local account for your portion to be sent so on. You an event that you're calling, I'll act as executor to balance, blah, blah, blah. Simple business. I'm sure there's a way from stars are placed upon your initial.
Wow, that is not a good deal.
That sure was a lot of stuff that you just got told real fast.
Basically, he gets all your money no matter what.
Falshane, I don't think you could have done that line better.
It was really
Thank
well
you.
That
done.
was good.
You're trying to listen, really, but he winked at you early on in his monologue, and it was really distracting because you couldn't stop thinking about if you could incorporate a wink into a secret handshake, maybe.
He's like going over the contract, his fucking lips going a mile a minute, and you're just like, winking. Yo, winking's
A
cool.
wink and a nod, a wink and a backflip.
What if,
Anyway,
You were shaking somebody's hand,
yeah.
and you winked.
It
Shit,
would be
what? Sign what?
Awesome.
Anyway, go on.
And regular legal jargon, yeah, that's all the times you click to say you read the terms and conditions on any old harmless social media app. That stuff never ends up being relevant.
Oh, by the way, guys, Challenger Approaching has updated its privacy terms
Privacy
and
settings?
policies.
Oh, great. So,
I'm not putting more into the commutative porn folder.
Oh, damn it. God, that's important. That's a part of the terms and conditions, though.
I ain't doing it.
Like, question though, what if my dick is currently in the folder?
Take
I'm
it
taking,
out, please.
Yeah, once they were
Yeah.
taking some out of the folder.
If it's in the folder. Oh, wait. No, I understand now. Leave it in. Leave it in. Good.
I don't
You show off your-
understand what's happening.
Oh, you show off your exquisitely polished John Hancock as many times as it takes.
Okay, but what if my John Hancock is in the community porn folder? Never mind.
Put it in.
I
twice.
don't like it.
Excellent, excellent. Everything's in order then. Are you ready to head out?
Oh, like now? You're not ready. Do you look roughed up enough? Will your bones need to go through any more ordeals? What's the subjugulator? The Segura?
Subjugulator. Hey.
What's a
Later.
subjugulator? Is that a vein? I think that's a vein.
No sweep like the one you're fucking in, as they say.
Whoa.
Huh?
Pardon the language, it's an idiom.
You're an
It means
idiom.
it's time to fucking go.
Yeah.
Let's watch the
Fucking
fucking
language.
like
Is that a real thing? Like, no blank like the one you're fucking in?
no time
like
or like I think it's no time like the moment you're
What?
fucking in or something like that.
yeah.
Oh, you follow him out about as apprehensively as you followed him in, actually. Yes. As you retrace the path you took not too long ago, it occurs to you to wonder where this glorious feat of justice is going to take place. And, like, if anyone is going to subpoena the asshole that hit you? I mean, is that even a thing here? You skip up to match up the pace and ask.
There's no real need for you to worry about that. It's all for me to deal with. I saw the perpetrator, of course. It seems prudent to pin the crime on them when the time comes. I will have more than enough credible evidence to condemn them. The blood cash should be sufficient, but it seems worth it to call their dented scuttlebuggy. I can certainly do that as well.
Bonus for potential frame job.
Of course, that's not the only way we can spin this. It may not be necessary to involve them at all. Don't bother worrying about that either.
You definitely still worry about that, but you nod and keep walking like you're not bothered. You want to match his level of easy confidence. It's almost comforting to be around it now that you've spent some time with him. It's simple.
We kill the Batman.
Yes. You're still basking in the ease of being told what to do when the whole vibe flips over on its ass so fast you feel like I had an ice on your back. You look at Togora first. He starts walking, and his posture somehow gets straighter. Even his cute little ponytail looks even more alert.
Aw.
Whoop.
He's staring at the approach of another troll, blue guy. You know that means high blood, but not much else about what that entails aside from what you've picked up from the full hair on end cat reactions of the old Gorgor next to you.
You forgot the dash, the hyphen in my name there.
Fine, giga.
Pleasant evening, sir.
His voice gets somehow sweeter and even more professional at the same time. You recognize what he's feeling because you felt it in yourself the whole time you've been on this godforsaken planet. A deep, all-consuming thirst for approval. He's gunning hard for busybody friendship.
No business boy.
What?
Busybody friendship.
Both.
The high
Busy
blood,
boy
however,
friendship.
yes. The high blood, however, is not. At first, you think that he might be chill because he smiles. It gets huge. Hell, if you don't love getting big smiles upon. You start to hit yourself until Tagora shoots you a big cool look. It's then that you learn that this guy's smile is not the nice kind. What's this? He asks. Gorgor picked up a little friend.
It's not,
It is.
no, we simply have a working relationship.
You try not to let this dismissal of your friendship sting. You're not here yet. It's okay. You want to be helpful, so you put your best injured face and start hobbling in a circle, twisting your neck at the most grotesque angle you can manage while actually hurting yourself.
The bone hurt juice.
Balls. That's the line right there. You're welcome.
Oh, okay.
Great.
All right. Your booming drone perusing business. This client you have here looks extra shitty. Like goddamn. Good luck getting anything good for whatever this mutant is that you scraped up. Oh, good luck getting the mutant and the stuff with the gristle grate.
I just realized that drone pursuing is probably a reference to ambulance chasing.
Yeah.
that's-
That makes sense.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, like ambulance chasing lawyers.
Yeah.
Basically, lawyers that look for an opportunity to sue because if somebody just got injured, then that means there's going to be a case at hand.
So it's exactly what Tagora is.
I feel like the ambulance would be faster though.
Not faster than money.
I see.
If you take a moment to consider the potential.
The blue guy rolls his eyes and keeps walking, elbows his way right between the two of you on his way past, like you're nothing. Tagora freezes. His eyes stay fixed ahead of him, where the blue guy was just standing. It's like he hasn't processed the moment yet, even though he just got knocked back a few steps in his wake. He starts shaking. Yikes! That was tense. You want to say something reassuring to Tagora, but he has kind of ascended into another plane of existence. Maybe a nice reassuring pat on the shoulder will help diffuse the mood? You put a ginger hand on the mere vicinity of his body and he whirls to face you. Eyes narrowed and breathing heavy. You snatch your hand back fast. Mistake.
Mistake.
You.
Yeah?
Do you have any idea how rare that networking opportunity was? Do you realize what you... No, of course you don't. You don't know anything. You're just a weird little hornless thing who doesn't even know how to cross the fucking street.
He starts laughing all high-pitched and weird. Up until
spare you.
now, he seems so slick, so unflappable. That Gorgor is hard to reconcile with the one pacing back and forth, hollering and grabbing at his face. Yeah, he's pretty goddamn flapped. Boy, you really screwed up, huh? Maybe your busted neck routine was not convincing enough or too convincing. Either way, you figured now might be the best time to bow out before the scene really blows up. You tell him so. Neck is fine. Look, you headbang a bit to prove it.
No. Stop. Stop that. No. Okay. A deal is a deal is a deal.
Yeah? Yeah, that.
All right, Gorgor. Remember your mantra.
He closes his eyes after an awkward minute of watching him whisper something unintelligible to himself. He opens them and immediately starts up that bonkers pace again. So you skedaddle to catch up.
Jay?
Oh, I didn't
Okay.
even see a change. He keeps talking, though. By now, he's just talking to himself. Oh, with you as an eavesdropping barnacle, with really slow legs. Little manic giggles bubble out between his sentences.
We're headed towards justice, all right? Keep walking. We're seeing this through. I've got a bottom line to uphold.
Okay, not bad. Maybe things are still cool between you. Maybe this lawyer-client relationship has a chance to blossom into something more. You venture a friendly type topic. Ask him about his mantra. He stops walking and looks at you. Looks like you shot at his Lucius's grave.
Jesus. You don't just ask somebody what their mantra is.
Whoa. Mantra request forfeiture.
Maybe not so cool. He shivers, spooked, and turns his stanky stare from you to the path you're on. After a moment, he smooths back all the hairs he shook out of place during his little freak-out fest, pivots, and turns down a side street.
Anyway, as I was about to say, there are many ways to fulfill the terms of our contract.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping this would lead to a more stimulating evening. I was prepared to get into it with you. For you. But it has become clear that this partnership is no longer worth the work. Especially now that I will have to consider the significant career setback I just experienced at your feckless hand.
Sorry.
So instead of wasting any more of my time or yours, let's take a shortcut to the same end result, sparing us both the agony of enduring a long court battle in the proximity of one another. Here's your verdict. You're guilty.
Okay, what does that mean? Guilty? Wait, was it supposed to be the other guy's trial? You look around, panic rising in your chest.
Oh, don't tell me. You don't know about the Dick Act. Unsurprising and uninteresting.
Oh, this is bad. You've been so caught up in watching him talk that you didn't notice him guiding you straight to the shittier part of town.
Oh, shit.
You know, the part that's all half demolished hives and creepy noises and drones flying all around?
Are we in high blood territory? Is
No,
that-
we're in low
I think we're in the
blood.
ghetto, and if we don't fucking pay up, he's gonna have a drone cull us.
Well, okay.
Drones like the one that turns to notice you when Tagore whistles, snaps his fingers, and points right at your head.
Hey, big guy. Over here. One extremely malformed and unviable troll, or unviable even, just the way you like it.
You shouldn't feel surprised at this betrayal. Maybe, but you do. For a second, anyway. Then you focus on yelling and scanning for possible debris to hide under. Tagore starts backing away as the drone gets closer.
There's a sewer the next street over. Last time I checked, it was full of hot dogs, though, so I'm not sure what that was about.
You shut up with the hot dogs!
You probably won't make it. But if you do check your pocket,
Too
Jesus.
specified for bad end.
Game over.
Oh my
He's-
God!
get 'em, boys.
Well, that sucks.
Do we
That's a-
survive?
Probably. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I mean,
it's
if
up to you.
What ending is canon here? No one really knows.
I like the friendship ending, the one where we work with him. That's
Yeah.
great.
Friend,
That's super fun.
friend.
Yeah, that.
Well,
I like Tagora was fun.
yeah, I think that
Friendly.
Tagora and Sarava, I think, rival #1 in my current friendships on Alternia.
The two that you've played, I see.
You know, I wasn't even thinking about it like that.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm wearing my Kid Icarus Vaporwave shirt today.
Okay. Why do you have that?
Because why not? I love.
Well,
Kid
you're
Icarus,
right.
and
I
love
would. I too would own that shirt if I had the option. Absolutely.
Well, what
Oh.
has been your guys' favorites? I know Hannah's.
My wife!
My
Skilla.
wife.
Whose name I forget again?
I already
Skilla.
told you my. I already told you.
Skilla.
I told you my favorites earlier, but Skilla was pretty great.
Jay.
Jay, who's your favorite?
Yeah,
but-
my wife!
Wow,
My
Skilla was.
beautiful wife!
Skilla
She
was
didn't
very
want us
popular.
dead in any matter of the word!
My wife who is brown.
Yeah. I think,
Maybe don't say it like that.
I think Skilla and Tagora are my top two now.
Mm,
pretty good.
Good choices.
Pretty good characters. Well,
The brown wife.
we gotta
Well,
do the thing.
What thing?
What
What are you talking
I
about?
don't know what
Thing.
thing you're talking
What?
about.
We don't do a
thing.
thing around here.
No,
I
nobody.
don't know
no-
about any
I would even-
things.
Never heard of. I think things are a myth.
That's true. There's no such thing as thing.
There's no such thing as mysterious.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is take a short break and then maybe come back to nothing.
To nothing in
To
particular?
absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
that
to
does
absolutely
not exist
nothing.
Never.
Yeah, so if you guys would like to join us for that nothing, see you soon.
Come back in like 5-10 minutes. We'll be right back.
Cool.
I should really set up some kind of "we'll be back" thing.
Like the coin?
Yeah, we can give you the coin. We'll give you the coin.
Let me see. What do I
I think
got?
you have the
around
one,
here?
the fall chain head I sent you?
I don't. Maybe you sent it to me, but I fuck if I
I
know
send
where
it
is.
again. No, not worry. During this thing, I get you all the links you need.
Maybe what we should do is we should have everybody be reading it for their own perspective.
Their own perspective?
Oh, okay. So we're changing up the
format.
format. I'm down. That might make it a bit easier.
Yeah,
to
that's
keep it all
that's
straight.
that's what I'm thinking is that it might make things run a little bit more
So
smoothly.
like me do Rose and you do Dave.
Yeah,
and-
we're still live, guys.
Oh!
Oh, are we? Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Well then.
I thought
mind us
you had to
planning.
open up the page and click together. I was like, please, no.
Gosh, oh man, I love all of our viewers. They're all so nice and kind.
I hate everyone.
Oh.
I think they all smell.
Well, you went a
They're-
different route with
they're-
this joke than I
they're
did.
smelly.
Oh no.
All of them are smelly.
They can't be
They
smelly. They're
smell like
internet.
friends.
They're smelly.
The internet can't
people.
smell.
The internet can't smell?
Symbolically.
Yeah.
How do I fucking stop this madness? You know what? I'm just gonna stop.